Greetings car fanatics. In this video I'm going to cover what I believe to be the best bargain Porsche you could buy right now. So behind me we have a 2009 Porsche Boxster base model with a PDK transmission. And the value of this car is around $20,000. You could even find some for a little less depending on the mileage. Let's walk around the car, I'll show you some features and we'll talk a little bit more about it. So let's check out the styling. Danny has done some tasteful upgrades to the car to really make it his own. I like the black and red theme he added to the car. You have your Porsche side decal, and then he has the black wheels with the red wheel protector on the outside. Then going around, what I really like about the 987 Boxsters is the way they do the exhaust on it. It just looks so clean with the black surrounds. It just gives a nice contrast and pop. And we could see that the car is sporting the ECG Performance valved exhausts, and these are the carbon fiber tips. It's got the carbon fiber shell on the outside with the stainless steel single wall pipes on the inside. And then looking at it from underneath, you can see the nice shiny jewelry under the car. And Danny has the 718 style taillights. And for me, I'm kind of a purist where I like to keep the originals, but these don't look bad at all and make the car look modern. Alright, so we have a sand beige interior, and the interior of the 987 is very similar to the 997. You have almost identical door cards. Just the grip here runs horizontal instead of vertically. The car also has the heated and cooled seats, so this is great for a Texas summer. You also have the 3-gauge cluster on the Boxsters and Caymans versus the 5-gauge clusters on the 911. You can see here it's the first generation PDK steering wheel, and the big flaw with these steering wheels is just how to use them. You can shift up or down on either side. You basically push to shift up, pull back to shift down, and it isn't intuitive. You can get used to it, but it isn't the best shifter system, so a lot of people do upgrade these steering wheels to the later 987 and 997.2 steering wheels with the actual paddles. But I found myself driving primarily in manual mode and had a lot of fun shifting gears using the PDK lever. You push it up to shift up, and then you pull it down to shift down. So it's not what you would expect of pulling down to shift up and vice versa, but it works and you can get used to it. Now, driving the car in automatic, the PDK works pretty well. It drives like a normal automatic and shifts pretty quickly. It does a pretty good job at knowing what gear you should be in, but if you're driving more aggressively, it doesn't really predict your shifts perfectly. I hear with the sport button, which this car doesn't have, the shifts are a lot sportier and it will hold the gears longer. Alright, and driving the car, let's talk about visibility. With the top down, it is great. You can see pretty much everything, so visibility is really good. But let's go ahead and put the top up and see what visibility looks like. Alright, so now with the top up, let's take a look at the visibility. On this side, you have the top blocking this right here, so it can be a little hard to see cars. You really can't see if there's a car beside you just by looking over your shoulder. Instead, you need to use your side mirror to see if there's a car in your blind spot. And then on the passenger side, visibility is a little bit better, but you still have the convertible top blocking your view a little bit, so definitely have to adjust the mirrors and use it wisely. Now let's move on to the practicality of the car. The 987 is a very practical car. We got a very sizable frunk up here. You could easily put 2 carry-on size suitcases or 1 large suitcase, and it goes pretty deep, so good amount of storage in the front. Then going around back, you have a generous size rear trunk. Look at that. You could definitely fit probably another couple carry-on bags. You could probably put some golf clubs in the back here without a problem. You also have storage in the armrests on the sides, storage in the center compartment here. You have your glove box, and then you even have a shelf back here that you can put things in, so that's pretty cool. Now that we've covered the exterior and interior, let's move on to what it's like to drive the base Boxster. Specs wise, it has a 2.9 liter port injection engine. It's actually not DFI. puts out 255 horsepower and around 217 foot-pounds of torque. So not a super powerful engine, but the car is really light. The PDK transmission pretty much keeps you in the right gear all the time. By today's standards, the shifts are still very quick and precise. I found myself driving this car in manual mode and using the lever to shift up and down, and it was just a real blast. I really love the sound of the PDK on the upshifts as well as the downshifts. The handling of the car is also really good. With this being a base model riding at the highest ride height, it really rolls over the imperfections in the road perfectly. It's super comfortable to drive despite being a sports car, and the handling at the same time is really flat and neutral in the corners, and that is something that's really nice. Now, some quirks that I've noticed about this car compared to my 911. First off, let's talk about the engine placement. With the engine in the middle, there's more weight over the front axles, so as a result, the steering feel is heavier on this car than in the 911. Also, with the engine in the middle and not as much weight over the rear tires, I found myself losing some traction trying to go up my driveway, whereas my 911 would be okay. And also, if I gun this car from a dead stop, even though it doesn't have that much power, I can still spin the tires. So it just shows you how moving the engine to the middle reduces the traction over the rear tires a little bit and then adds additional weight to the steering. But what you get in exchange for that is very neutral handling. So the car is just very neutral in corners. You don't feel that pendulum motion that you do in the 911 with the weight transferring back and forth and going side to side. It's just really flat and neutral and eager to change direction, so that's really good. And this car, I think in this particular spec, is a really good one for people who want a fun car around town, but you could also take it on road trips. Well, there you have it, car fanatics. The 2009 to 2012 base Boxsters, while often overlooked, are an amazing bargain and so much fun to drive. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to hit the bell notification icon so you're notified each time I upload a new video. Thanks for watching.